Hello students, welcome to my English class. Today we will see a new chapter, A Gift of Chappals, Part 1. Mridu is a young girl growing up in Madras, now called Chennai, with her Pati, that means her grandmother, and Tata, that means her grandfather. One afternoon, Pati takes Mridu to her aunt's Rukmani's house to meet her cousins Lali, Ravi and Meena. A smiling Rukmani threw open the door. Ravi and Meena rushed out and Ravi pulled Mridu into the house. "Wait, let me take off my slippers," protested Mridu. She set them out neatly near a pair of large black ones. Those were grey, actually with dust. You could see the clear mark of every toe on the front part of each slipper. The marks were the marks for the two big toes were long and scrawny. Scrawny means thin. Mridu didn't have much time to wonder about whose slippers they were, because Ravi dragged her to the backyard, behind a thick bitterberry bush. There inside a torn football lined with sacking and filled with sand, lay a very small kitten lapping up milk from a coconut half shell. So there Ravi showed a kitten who lived under a torn football lined with sacking. Sack means a big bag which is made of a rough material where we keep or store rice and pulses in it. And it was filled with sand, and this poor kitten was lapping up milk from a coconut half shell. Then Ravi said, "We found him inside. Sorry. Then Ravi said, "We found him outside the gate this morning. He was mewing and mewing. Poor thing," said Meena. "It's a secret. Amma says Pati will leave for our Paddu Mama's house if she knows we have a cat." Then Ravi said, "People are always telling us to be kind to animals, but when we are, they scream. Oh, don't bring that dirty creature here," said Ravi. "Do you know how hard it is just to get a little milk from the kitchen? Pati saw me with the glass in my hand just now. I told her I'm very hungry. I want to drink it, but the way she looked at me, I had to drink most of it to throw her off the scent. Then she wanted the tumbler back. 'Pati, Pati, I will wash it myself. Why should I put you in trouble?' I told her. I had to run and pour the milk in this coconut shell, and then run back and wash the tumbler and put it back before she got really suspicious. Now we have to think of some other way to feed Mahendran." "Mahendran? This little kitty's name is Mahendran?" Mridu was impressed. It was a real name, not just a cute kitty cat name. Actually, his full name is Mahendra Verma Pallava Pune. MP Pune for short, if you like. He is a fine breed of cat. Just look at his fur, like a lion's mane. And you know what emblem of the ancient Pallava kings was? Don't you?" He looked expectantly at Mridu. Mridu giggled. "Think I'm joking. Well, just wait. I will show you some time. It's clear you don't know a thing about history. Haven't been to Mahabalipuram, have you?" He said mysteriously, "Well, when our class went to Mahabalipuram, I saw a statue of his Tatas, 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 etc., etc. Fact is, Mahendran here is descendant from that very same ancient cat, a close relative scientifically speaking, of none other than the lion, the Pallava lion, emblem of the Pallava dynasty. Ravi went on walking around the bitterberry bush, waving a twig up and down, his eyes sparkling. So, students, Tata means grandfather in Tamil. Descendant, it means a descendant of or comes from the same family, like your grandfather, his father, his father, your father. It's the descendant from the same family. This cat is a descendant of none other than the Mahabalipuram Rishi cat. And if I may just remind you, they worshipped cats in ancient Egypt. How he loved the sound of his own voice. Meena and Mridu exchanged looks. Here, this Ravi was keep on saying the history of the descendant of this cat and about the Mahabalipuram Rishi cat and ancient Egypt. Meanwhile, Meena and Mridu exchanged looks like how he loved the sound of his own voice. And what does that have to do with anything? Mridu demanded. Mridu was not liking the way Ravi was telling her all the story, and he was so proud, thinking as if he is very brilliant, very much genius. And Mridu was giving a look like, why is he saying all these things to her? And Ravi, meanwhile, got angry and said, "Huh, I'm telling you this cat is descendant from the Egyptian cat god. No, no, goddess. Busted. Yeah, that's it. So, well, one of the descendants of the cat goddess was a stowaway in one of the Pallava ships. Students, I told you what is descendants. Descendants are the, ancestors. Ancestor means your great fathers and his father and his father. It goes like that. And the descendants are like your grandfather and his son is your grandfather and his son is your father. These are the descendants. So now here there is another new word called stowaway, which means someone who hides himself or herself in a ship or an aircraft to travel unnoticed. So he is saying, well, one of the descendants of the cat goddess was a stowaway in one of the Pallava ships, and his descendant was the Mahabalipuram Rishi cat, whose descendant is. Ravi flourished his twig at Mahendran and said, MP Pune here. MP is Mahendra Verma Pallava Pune. Pune means cat in Tamil. Because I know this because me, I'm also from Chennai and my mother tongue is Tamil. I born and raised in Chennai. So I know this place called Mahabalipuram. I will share some history or pictures of Mahabalipuram after this story. So let's focus on this story now. So yes, where we stopped. So Ravi pointed the twig at this MP Pune here. So he is saying This cat is the descendant of the Mahabalipuram Rishi cat, and the Pallavas, and the his descendant is the Mahabalipuram Rishi cat, and that Rishi cat's descendant is the MP Pune, which is here. Mahendran looked up alarmed. He had just been sharpening his claws. He has just been sharpening his claws on the edge of the coconut shell. But worse than Ravi's awful oop ee was a screech from the window. What a weird sound! If Mridu was startled, MP Pune was frightened out of his wits. Hair standing on end, he bounced up and scurried towards a bamboo tray of red chilies that had been set out to dry. Trying to hide beneath it, he tipped a few chilies over himself. Meow! He howled miserably. So meanwhile, when Ravi was telling the history of Pune, Pune means cat, this there was a awful sound, screech, that the sound came from the window. So the cat was frightened, this kitten was frightened, and he just jumped towards a bamboo tray where they kept red chilies on it and set out to dry, and he tipped a few chilies over himself, and he was howled, shouting miserably like meow. The creaking went on and on. What's that noise? Said Mridu. That's Lally learning to play the violin, grunted Ravi. She will never learn a thing. The music master just goes on playing like a train, whizzing on and on, while Lally's all the time derailing, going completely off track. Derailing means the sound, some irritating sound when the train leaves the track. So he is saying that Lally, she would not learn a thing, and she is always going completely off track. Mridu crept up to the window. Lally was sitting a little distance away, awkwardly holding her violin and bowstring, her elbows jutting out and her eyes glazed with concentration. So, meanwhile, when they were at the backyard and Ravi was telling them the story of this Punai, they heard a violin sound which was off track, and it was the other cousin Lally who was learning violin, and she was very awkwardly holding the violin and concentrating with the master, and she is not able to follow and she was going off track. So let's stop with this today. This is part 1. We will see the next part of the story in the next class. So I told you that I will take you to the tour to Mahabalipuram. Mahabalipuram is such a beautiful place located very close to the seashore of Bay of Bengal in Tamil Nadu. And it is just a half an hour drive from Chennai, and I'm also from Chennai, and I have been to this place many times, and I would love to go there again. Whenever we have a trip or a school tour, be it a college tour, we always learned many things from this place. This Mahabalipuram, this city, was found by Pallava king called Narasimha Verman in the 7th century. Near It has, you can say these are plateaus or hills, and this place is famous for the monuments and temples. And these temples are carved through a single stone by the Pallavas. They have created these monuments, these statues, very minute, and it is a great view. You can just have a look at this beautiful temple, these beautiful statues. They are just carved in a single stone. There were so many research and stories always happens at this place. I just want you to quickly have a look of this place. Durga battles Mahisha. That was nicely carved. The story is nicely carved, the stone. This picture of contrast Vishnu, and this is the picture of Vishnu measures the heavens. When Varha saves earth from sea, there is a beautiful temple just near the shore called a seashore temple, and I'm really proud that I have been there, and I'm born and raised in Tamil Nadu, and I'm very lucky to be this place called Mahabalipuram. I'm sure you would enjoy this video. Just go through and have a look at these monuments. It talks the great history of Pallavas. Hypocritical cat's penance, that is what Ravi was talking about. Now let's have a look at the seashore temple. So see the temple just near the sea. Mahabalipuram is also called Mahabalipuram. It's one of the best tourist spot nowadays. Tamil Nadu's first structural temple. The sea worships here. So yes, this is just a small video. I just wanted you to take a look on Mahabalipuram so you will better understand the story and the creature of the great Pallavas. So that's all for today. We will see the next part, the next English class. Till then, I want you to go through the history of Mahabalipuram and learn about the Pallavas. And this is a small task for you, and I hope you will show interest in this. And you can share your views to me, and you can message me, and call me personally. So let's see you in the next English class. Thank you.